Welcome back to Rockit Garage, and on this episode we're going to start the body work on the El Camino. Now this is not going to be a show car, this is more of a driver, so we're not going to go insane with the body work and prep and all that stuff, but we are going to do decent straight body work, and then we're going to be spraying super build because that hides sins, and this car's got a few, but it's going to turn out good, so stay tuned. Y'all see how bad that is? I've pushed the door back as far as I could. I've tried to push the fender forward. I'm just gonna have to cut it. Lot better. That looks good. That looks pretty good. Besides this little goober gob, the bottom looks pretty good. Alignment's decent, the fender's kind of bowed out right there. Not bad. Now that we've pretty much got all the body lines essentially where we want them, I'm going to go ahead and start stripping all the trim off the car. And there's a lot of it. I personally didn't realize how rare this car is. I don't know, I just thought it was a more popular car. Oh, God. Thought it was a more popular car than what it is. So, let's try to do this cheap paint job justice, and I know it's not a show car, but I'd like to show this thing a little respect, you know? Check this out. Focus right in this area. That's gonna come out real nice. I'm not gonna grind it just yet. I've got some other things to do, but I just wanted to point out that this only took me about 30 minutes of cutting it, aligning it, welding it, and then I'll grind it. So maybe an hour, and it's just gonna make the paint job come out so much more cleaner. The car's gonna be straight, but it's not gonna be perfect. The body lines are good enough. I'm not fooling with it. This is not a huge restoration paint job. I'm not blowing this whole car apart, but this fender really annoyed me. So I was not gonna let that one go. If you wanted a tip on painting your car, just try to get the panel gaps close. They don't have to be perfect, just get them better than they were, because the Japanese cars coming into this market kind of ruined it for us, you know? We didn't even care that the fender was under the door. Damn Nissans. Or was it Toyota? Who ruined it for us? Maybe it was the Hot Rodders. I don't know. But now you know. Ooh, those are gonna be rough. Trying to pull those out. Let's try it. Oh my God. Those pants are ruined. Got it. What are the odds? Probably very high that I have to grind all of the screws off this car. This is going to turn into a job. We're back on the El Camino. It's been a few weeks for me. For you guys, it was like 2 seconds. But I'm gonna grind this fender down, gonna grind the back of the door edge, and we're gonna sand, hopefully, this entire side of the car and get it in primer today. Maybe. See how tight this is? We're gonna make that bigger. I'm okay with that. I haven't been able to take this trim off just yet, so we will mask it up so I don't scratch it. It's actually in pretty good shape. 80 grit DA. Get some tooth in this. All right, so I got some of the fiberglass work done, just where I welded it and it was kind of beat up down there. Sorry I didn't show you guys that. I just got in over my head and just had to work. Trying to get it primed today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So, just gonna keep going with body work, and hopefully tomorrow I can prime at least the driver's side. So this is Summit Racing body filler, and I just kind of knocked it down with 36 while it was drying. It's pretty solid now. We're gonna use 80 on the old Hustler and just file it down so we can get it into Super Build. Let's talk about what I'm using as body filler and primer on the El Camino. I'm using this Summit Racing, I don't know if it's the Summit brand, but it was the cheapest Duraglass fiberglass filler that I could find. You can use this on weld seams, or, you know, if you want to fill in some rust holes that you don't care about. I mean, have your opinion on that, but if the car's not worth it, you could do it. It works. Works on boats and jet skis and anything fiberglass, but a lot of people use it for like weld seams or heavy duty spots where they don't want it cracking. And then I'm using the Summit Racing auto body filler. This was the cheapest filler I could find. And I'm gonna say it's comparable to the Evercoat Chromolite. Now I do like the Rage and Rage Gold better, but these two, for the price, I mean, I'd probably go with that. A couple more pinholes than this stuff, but I mean, if you're doing body work, you're gonna be, you know, priming and puttying and all that stuff. So that doesn't really bother me. I actually liked this filler for the price. And then the Super Build, as always, I really enjoy a high build polyester, and this stuff to me is just about the best that I have found, that I have used, and for the price point and all that. So 4-to-1 Optics Super Build, and this stuff is direct to metal, so you don't have to spray epoxy like I did with the LTD. I sprayed epoxy under that because I wanted maximum corrosion protection, because that one is a little bit higher end of a paint job. This El Camino, I know I'm rambling, but I wanted to get some information out. This El Camino is more of a budget daily driver build. Now, Kyle will probably daily this, but this one's, you know, a daily. I don't know how to explain it. It's not gonna be like show quality, but it's gonna be straight, it's gonna look shiny, and, you know, there might be some imperfections, but for the budget that we're doing this car in, yeah, I ran out of the plastic, so I'm using a bunch of old t-shirts. For what we're doing with the budget, this paint job is gonna look great, and if you're looking to do something in your garage like this, this is kind of a perfect baseline of daily driver paint job. Sorry about the fan, hold on. It is. It's over 100 in the shop, so sorry about the fan. 80 grit DA'd the entire side of the car, and then filled in the weld that I did with the fender, and some dents here, a couple pinholes, and then fixed the rocker there with the Duraglass and the body filler. It's not perfect. I know. This is, like I said, a budget build, but fixed all the walnut dents in the bottom, and there was one crease right here that, now that the fender's bolted in, it's super solid. Other than that, the car is straight. I will apologize for not showing a whole lot of body work in this video, because I have to get this car in primer before the weekend, and it's been 100 degrees and I'm just trying to bang it out. So I'm showing you what I can. Hopefully on the passenger side, I'll show a little bit more, but I'm trying to get this driver's side done before the weekend. That way I could do a couple other projects that I need to get done, and, you know, half the car will be primed. So anyways, let's move on to priming. Y'all have seen me mix primer up, so I'm not gonna get crazy involved. Now I already cleaned my gun. This is actually a TCP Global Pro 33 Master or whatever. 2.5 millimeter tip. If you're gonna spray Super Build or any high polyester or build primer, oh God, I'm making a mess. I recommend at least a 2 millimeter tip, but this 2.5 puts it on. I'm super impressed with the 2.5. You can throw a lot of material down on it, on the panel. Let's do this. 3 coats of super build, and I'm kicking myself. Totally forgot about that dent. And there's a small dent there, kind of a whoop-dee right there. And this dent, totally forgot that dent. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Car's gonna come out pretty straight. Right. Stop crowing. I have an absolute mess in the shop, but I'm starting on this video. We're doing blocking, fixing, and finding all the dents that I missed. But this is gonna be the end of this video. First prime, all in polyester. So far the car looks pretty straight besides some of the dents that I've missed that I've already said. Roof is now primed, and let me walk you over here. I still gotta do tailgate. This side is fully primed, and you might notice the engine's in there. I don't know which one of these videos is gonna come first, but got the engine in. Most of the cars in first primer, and next video we're gonna be blocking out all of the car and doing a second round of primer, and hopefully for the final time, because I'm ready to have this car done and out of my life. So thanks for watching, like and subscribing. Have a great one, and I'll see you on the next one.